is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Brady going to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Oh, he shifts past him. 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Brady now on 1st down. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Big play! Big play!
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Jets nothing. Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
A conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Check 50, check 50. Check. Fresno.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
45. Hey, watch the curve. 45's the mic. Target.
From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Brady. That's caught by Jackson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Wait, 20.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Jets nothing.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Shotgun now for Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Adam Vinatieri on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
Vinatieri's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive?
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Leonard Floyd able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. To try again after the sack. Watson forced out to his left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
3rd and long. It's Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
50-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Brady. Lets it fly for Thielen. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. That'll be complete to Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Samson Abuka. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After the sack on 1st down, Watson eluding the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. 10-0 our score. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They try again with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And that one one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now this one complete to Robert Foster. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Quick throw completed by Watson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Second down at 7. Out of the gun, Watson being chased out left. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
At the 30-yard line.
Mike, 45. 31. 45 for Mike. Check. Motion, I got one.
Watson looks to throw again. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, he completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Switch.
From the red zone now, Watson flushed out right, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Pass intended for Odell Beckham. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Now a timeout taken.
6 yards.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
45 to Mike. Tackles.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robert Foster in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. To throw again on second down. Watson. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
The 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Throwing again on second down. Watson dancing to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
From the gun on third, Watson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robert Foster, his second touchdown of the night. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on fourth down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, fourth down, they went for it.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. 7 yards, the pick up there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Brady will try again on second down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Byron Murphy on the tackle.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Brady now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Cook. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But Bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. You'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the gun, Brady, flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
4th down.
Running for it, here's Cook, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Broncos will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Open man, here's Foster. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have made this a 1-score game. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
The score, Broncos 24, Jets 21.
So we'll see the onside kick here right out of the 2-minute warning. And the Broncos are going to get the football. The tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They'll run on first down. Cook, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Brady going to look to throw, escaping the pressure right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Deshaun Watson.
Leonard Floyd in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Back at the 44-yard line.
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Watson. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos will take over on downs.
It's a turnover on downs.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And 12.
At the first play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run it again with Cook. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
Brought him down. A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Push him back. Push him back. Cover.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Tonight's final score.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it's never easy to come into Denver to win. You think all you have to deal with the altitude, but they got the job done.
Well, there's a reason Olympic athletes train nearby. All right, they've got a terrific training center in Colorado Springs. You train at the altitude, the lungs expand, you go down to the regular, oh my goodness, they can go all day. And in fact, a lot of visiting teams, when you visit Denver, you know what's printed in your locker room? Welcome to the Mile High City. The air is rare. They get in your head that way.
So for the Broncos, It'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.